right, Jim George is in the studio. It's Christmas Eve, and
That's right. It's
you keep milking that.
Christmas Eve.
The Eve before, I don't know.
The eve before the eve of Christmas Eve. We're very short.
Oh my God!
Last minute shopping.
So it's going to be busy here when this mall opens up. What time do they open, Robin? Do you know?
8 o'clock.
We've already had people coming in.
It's open. It's been open an hour.
It is open.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Until 11 tonight.
And I see that Galen brought his limousine.
He did. I don't think he knew the limo was going to be here, but there it is out there. Yeah.
And I think they'll be surprised to see Galen, too. They'll be on their toes today.
Everybody straighten up and fly right.
They were here.
That's
They were
right.
here the other day, Life South Bus, and Robin and I. We told them we promised we would donate blood, but we had a lot of stuff to do. And by the time we got back, it was 7 o'clock, and they were still here.
Yeah.
And they squeezed us in. So yeah,
That was wonderful.
Yeah.
You guys are like you're probably in the Gallon Club by now, right? I'm
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know that
Robin's been
Rob-
doing it since she was 17.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a 55-gallon drum.
She's done a lot.
She's created a whole person out there.
She's done a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I've probably gone over 2 gallons. I'm sure.
I would
Because I
imagine.
reached the gallon. They gave me a license plate when I reached the 1 gallon mark. I got it in my office.
Yeah, my wife goes, they have a banquet every year. I don't know if it's Life South or if it's Marion Blood Bank or whatever, but she hasn't gone in a while. But she's in the 35-gallon club, you know.
Wow.
She's been given, ever since we've been in Ocala, which is 33 years, she's been delivering.
Do you think women
Gosh.
donate more than men?
I know they do because she is tenacious at it. Like if it's 6 weeks before you can give or 8 weeks, whatever it is, it's right on her calendar.
Oh, okay.
She'll say, I got to go. I'm going to give blood.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I have a hard
Excellent.
time keeping that camera steady.
Yeah.
So how you doing? How you
I'm
doing?
good.
You
I'm
ready
doing
for
good.
Christmas? And
I am ready for Christmas. I was just telling Robin we're going to celebrate it after Christmas only because we don't want our oldest daughter to be on the road driving there in this time. You've already mentioned the number of people that'll be traveling.
Lots of
I
people.
went to
yeah.
Tampa yesterday to pick up a part and come back, and normally an hour and a half down, hour and a half back, and maybe an hour there. And it took me I left the office at 8, and I didn't get back to 2. Just to tell you the
Wow.
traffic.
Wow, that's a lot.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be traveling south, guys, just remember the traffic is literally 25, 35 mile an hour all the way down, not counting the
Gosh.
stop and goes.
Do you know in the world of technology, which is what you normally talk about? I guess as we approach Christmas, we'll just kind of let our hair down and have fun. But I have an app on my new phone that tells me how the traffic is doing out there.
Oh, yeah.
Which-
Is that Wave or?
Is Waze? Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's got that. She loves it.
So we went to what was that called? Cracker Barrel.
Yes.
The restaurant Cracker Barrel, and I could see the road was like stopped on 200, and I looked at my thing and said, "Yep, it stopped." It's like
Interstate was great.
It's like looking out the window and seeing it raining, and then looking at your phone to see what the weather is. Oh, it's
Yeah.
raining.
yeah.
I just had to confirm it. I just had to confirm that the road was stopped.
Yes, right. No, there are a lot of new apps out there. How about that gas station one? My wife has the one that tells you which gas station has got the lowest prices. And
Oh, really?
if you're searching for a certain, let's say you have a gift card for Exxon or for Sunoco, you tap that. When you open up the icon, you tap
Oh,
that.
really?
And it'll say the nearest one to you is.
I should do that.
Oh, my.
Do you know I have a brother in Oregon and his wife, and I have a brother in Los Angeles, and so they usually get together at this time of year, and that's exactly what's happening right now. My brother from LA is up in Oregon, and so they called me on and they're
Yesterday.
One is younger than me,
Skype.
one is older than me. So they called me yesterday on Skype. So I'm sitting here with my phone talking to them on and I can see them. So.
Go figure.
Which was cool.
Unbelievable.
I could walk around. I walked to the office, and Robin said hi to them, and yeah,
Yeah, my family's been using something called FaceTime.
yeah,
And they
yeah.
like that better. And the reason why is because you can add characters to it. For instance, if you
Oh,
want
really?
to snow, you can you hit a little button and snow comes down.
Oh.
Rain comes out. So
How
you're seeing
fun.
each other, but you're adding these. And if you want to put a face on yourself, like a rabbit ears, you hit that and rabbit ears. So the 3-year-old grandson, whenever he calls us on FaceTime, he adds all those features in as he's talking to us.
Oh, the 3-year-old does.
Does it? You know?
Oh, that is amazing.
I mean,
that is so
at
cool.
3 years old, I don't think I knew what a phone was. Never mind a cell phone.
Exactly.
And Google has one. I'm looking to see. It's called Duo. Google has a new one called Duo.
Duo.
Yeah, it's
So
a
two people can talk.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what I was doing. Two people, right?
Well,
Yeah. Can you do more than two people?
I don't know. I don't know.
FaceTime, I don't know if you can party people in or what. I don't know how that works because all you see is what the camera faces. So if you had two cell phones facing two different people with cameras, I guess you'd see a split screen,
We have a phone call.
which
Ready?
could be confusing.
Good morning. You're on the air with Jim and us. We're here too.
Good morning, everybody, and Jim, and Merry Christmas to everyone.
Christmas.
A long time ago on your program, I asked about what to do with fluorescent light bulbs, and you said that the garbage would take them, and then they had a special spot they put them in.
Yes.
Well, I had all my fluorescent units changed over here a while back, and I had all these bulbs. The larger bulbs, the new bulbs are smaller, they're different, and I had all these older ones, and I finally decided I got to get rid of them, so I put them out in the garbage last week, and I just stuck them in the barrel along with the garbage, and the truck came by, and the guys picked up the whole thing and threw it right in the garbage. You know, there was no special place for it.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. So I called the company up, and I said, I acted like I didn't know what I was talking about. And I said, hey, say, do you take fluorescent lighting? Oh, yes, we do. But we appreciate doing it. It's kind of covered up a little bit so that the men don't get cut or anything. And I said, well, did they throw it right in? Oh, yeah, they did throw it right in with the garbage, she said. So, you know, they don't have a special place for fluorescent.
No, well, I don't. Was that Waste Pro or Waste Management?
Yeah. Waste Pro, yeah.
Yeah, that's different then because I know that Waste Management, like in our dip seat on our dumpster, it says right on it, you know, what not to put in it. Mm-hmm. You know, paint, no chemicals. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. Are they breaking a law or something by doing that?
Well, I don't know that there's a law that they're breaking, but I know its environmental impact is very high. You know, there's gas inside that. You know, like you realize that if an air conditioning guy is working on your air conditioner, he sucks all that old gas out, and then if he puts new Freon in, I mean, you can't just let it dissipate in the air. They claim that's why our ozone layer is depleted, is because we create all these artificial gases, and they go up into the clouds. But someone like Jim would know better. That, you know, people that read all that stuff. I'm not much on that, but I do know that the gas in that in those fluorescents are bad for you.
Yeah. Do you think I should call that company up and kind of complain a little bit to see maybe they can't change their procedure?
Well, you could. You probably would, you know, make it better for everybody concerned, not just yourself. But don't be surprised if they leave nasty notes on your garbage can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm kind of like I'm concerned about our environment. I try to do everything that you know, like no fertilizer and weed killer, and you know, it's I can talk here for hours about all the stuff I try not to do. But I think I'm going to give them a buzz and just kind of say that it's not too good to do what they're doing, and maybe it might help them to think about changing it.
Right. You know, in West Palm Beach, there was a sign on a garbage truck that says "Satisfaction guaranteed," or double your garbage back.
Okay, George. George, you have a great holiday and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You too.
Could those have exploded? I mean,
Well,
did
they
the
do
whole
explode.
truck explode as it was squished in there?
Yes, when they put them in, I'm sure they put them in and backed away before they brought the hammer down on it, you know, to crush everything. They will explode.
Oh.
They more implode than explode. In other words, they're under a lot of pressure, but not to expand, but more to contract. You know, that's why the glass is sealed. But what, you know, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So stuff will come out, you know, as it's going in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, you have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Yeah, at all the county recycling centers, they have a special bin for the fluorescent light bulbs. They don't want you to put it in the main hopper.
Right.
Yeah, gee.
That's why he was saying is they break a law. I don't know if they broke a law. They broke a moral
Well, I
law.
don't believe it's codified in law yet, but the county separates them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Hugh. And Jim, thank you for the information.
Yeah, good.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry, Robin, Jim. First of all, Merry Christmas to all.
Thank you.
Yes, according to Jim, that is correct. When I just took some old fluorescent bulbs up to the recycling center, I don't I'd rather take a ride to the dump and get rid of the garbage when it starts to smell instead of waiting for collection day. So that's what I normally do. And there's definitely a place for the fluorescent bulbs.
Yes.
And also for batteries and for oil. If you like change your oil in your lawnmower and stuff, and you have the old oil there, they accept that, and they have a special tank that they put used motor oil in.
Right.
And also batteries. I can't forget the batteries.
Right. And paint.
They're not good for the landfill.
Right. There's a special place for paint and batteries. When my wife went there with me, I think it was last Saturday, we were just driving around, and she had a bunch of batteries, and she stopped, and she asked the guy who works there, they push the buttons that compact everything, and she said, "Do you have a special place for batteries?" And he said, "No, we don't. Just throw them in here." And she said, "No, I don't want to do that." And as we were pulling out, there's a box that says batteries here.
Oh, no.
He worked there.
Oh,
And
no.
so we stopped the car and put the batteries in there.
Yeah, well, these batteries, especially some of the newer type of batteries, whether it's the Exide or whatever the heck is in them,
Right.
it's very poisonous, and
It is.
it lingers. It stays around for quite some time.
It does.
So anyway,
Thank you.
everybody have a Merry Christmas and take care.
Right.
Wow.
Thank you, Sonny.
I think the only exception to the rule is Christmas tree lights. You have a bunch, and let's assume they're out. And you replace one bulb, nope, that's not it. Replace the other one. You spend an hour. Finally, you said, forget it. I'm throwing this thing away.
Yeah, oh my
that you can
gosh,
throw
yes.
into the dumpster. Now, they appreciate it if you take it to the dump.
Yeah.
And put it where the neon, because it's wire that is plastic wrapped with a PVC, and then you have those little bulbs, and they want you to dispose of those the same way you dispose of batteries. So you will see right after the Christmas, I guarantee you, a box at the dump that says "Put lights here."
Put lights in there. So do you have any Christmas hacks, like things that'll make it easier for us to, like every year, you bring the lights out, and you put them away nice, and for some reason they're all like a big
They're the ball.
rat's nest?
Yeah, they're
So I get a piece of cardboard that's basically a foot by a foot, sometimes 2 foot by a foot, just a piece of cardboard. And then I cut a slit in one corner, and I slide the AC part, that plug the parts into the wall, into the slit. And then I wrap the wires around the cardboard.
Why don't we all do that? That's a
then-
good
I'll
idea.
do that. Thank
And then
you.
it's nice and thin, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So maybe now it's 3 inches thick because of the lights going around, but it's still spread out over 2 foot, let's say.
Yeah.
And then I tape the other end or cut a slit and put it in there. And then so all the lights, so I have these cardboard, and now they're in a box, like a banana box or an orange, some kind of box in the attic. So when you pull it down, and then I plug them in before I unwind them.
Just to make
That's a
sure.
good
to make sure, because
idea.
why go through all that trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I leave it plugged in while I unwind it in case I get to a part where there's a loose bulb. At least I know the general area where the light went out.
So you were okay with that, huh? See, I was watching Robin put the lights on her tree, and I was worried because she had the lights turned on. That if she hits a bare spot, she's going to get a shock.
No.
How come? Why won't you get a shock?
Well, first of all, the voltage, the 120 volts, is dispersed throughout the entire, string, and the amount of voltage that each light gets is probably somewhere around 3.5 to 5 volts. Yeah, and it's low current. That little adapter that you plug in is fused, for one thing. Have you ever noticed that? There's a fuse.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
that
I
male
noticed there's a
end.
Yeah,
fuse.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't
Little tiny
I can't
fuse.
put the lights
It's
on
like
a
a
tree,
quarter amp fuse.
but I have to have the lights on because otherwise, how can you tell how you're wrapping the lights around the tree? You got to
Right.
have them plugged in. In my opinion, for my thing.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I appreciate all that. Yeah. Got to make it look good.
We have a little break coming up, but I have something I want to tell the listeners. If you go to the website gypsygold.com, we have a horse farm. We have a lot of horse farms in Ocala.
Oh, that's right.
But this one particular horse farm has these really pretty horses.
That's a cute little girl
They're called
waving.
Gypsy
a red
Vanner.
dress.
Gypsy Vanner horses.
Gypsy Vanner
Is that what they call
horses,
them?
yeah.
And they have long hair.
Oh, here she comes.
they're
She's saying hello.
Beautiful horses. Hey.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You
He's all
interested?
decked out. Look at that red and green.
No, he doesn't want
She's
that.
beautiful.
All right.
Absolutely.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, so I have a $20 gift certificate for Gypsy. For the Gypsy Gold Horse Farm Tour.
Right.
I'm telling you, some little child would probably like
Oh,
to
love
have
it.
I have a gift certificate for $25 for the Brick City bicycles.
Brick
You could
City
use that for a down payment on a bicycle. You're
Yeah.
not going to get a whole bicycle for that. And I have 2 pack mail certificates. You can claim these during the break if you want. $25 for pack mail. You cannot use them for postage, though.
Right.
Only for
Just for shipping.
supplies, I guess.
Right.
All right, we will take a little break and be right back with
Thank
Jim
you.
George.
How about a really different last-minute Christmas gift? Give a tree from Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Bob has a huge selection, more types of trees than you can imagine. Prices starting as low as $59 for some trees up to 7 feet tall. How about a citrus tree? Lemon and lime trees, regularly $29.99, just $19.99. Last-minute deals on poinsettias, too. Get 3 for just $10. Larger sizes available. It's Camellia time, and Bob has them, starting at only $9.99. Want to get up to $60 in gift certificates free? Then buy some gift certificates at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Last minute longer hours this week, too. They're open daily till 5, Saturday till 3. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, away from the Christmas traffic, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Celebrating 65 years of Christmas giving.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Is that couch cushion sinking lower every time you sit in it? Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's Upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's Upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
All right, 25 minutes after 9 o'clock. Gosh, time is flying, isn't it? It's going to be
It
Christmas
is.
soon. Before you know it, it's gonna
Pretty
be
soon.
Christmas. Right now, it's
coming.
Christmas Eve.
That's right. It's very close. It's very close.
Christmas
you can
Eve
almost hear the sleigh bells.
So tell me your what's your Christmas traditions in your home? What kind of food do you have?
Yeah. Well, I think I've mentioned this once before. We make a certain dressing.
Oh yeah, you did tell us
The
this.
dressing
yes.
we really appreciate. It's really good. Made up of parsley, celery, and onions, and mayonnaise, and breadcrumbs, and lemon juice. And it's really good. You put it in the oven, you bake it, and and we love it.
What are you doing for New Year's?
For New Year's, it's usually instead of a turkey or a ham, which is Christmas, we switch off. We do a prime rib. And that's the only difference. But it's just my wife now and I.
Do you make it to midnight?
Never. No, I have made it to midnight, but very seldom.
I very rarely do, but last year I did. I was with Robin and Doug, right? We were
Yeah, at my place.
Robin invited us to her place, and we were watching the TV, and we were all falling asleep. And then I said, "Let's do charades," and that
Yeah.
woke everybody up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's up to my wife to keep me up on late nights too. I said, "You want me to be up?
Yeah.
You keep me up."
There you go.
And she says, "Can you stay up that long?" I said, "I can try." Oh, we speak about the same thing. And she
Comedy.
goes,
Do you know what we should do in 2018? We should do another Christmas album, and Jim, you should be on.
Oh, yes.
You know, we
I
did a
think
Christmas
so.
album stuff several years ago.
I can't carry a tune.
You don't have to. You could talk.
Not even a bucket.
You could tell a story. You'd be a great
Oh,
storyteller.
there's some stories out there.
Did you ever hear the one that Tish did? The story she did? Let me show you. Let me find that. Where is that one with Tish? What was it called?
Tish and Naomi.
Yeah, I know that part, but what was Emmanuel?
Gosh. Yes.
Oh, come Emmanuel?
Yeah,
Okay, hold
that
on.
was it.
Hold on, I'll find it here. All right, this is Tish. And listen to this. Isn't this sweet? Listen to this. I won't play the whole thing.
Hey, sweetheart, guess what we're going to do? We're going to read a story about little baby Jesus. Is this your book?
No.
Well, I know you didn't write it. This is Tiny Baby Jesus, and it's written by Dandy Daly McCall. Do you like Christmas?
Yeah.
You do? Whose birthday is on Christmas?
Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
The baby Jesus.
That's cute.
Isn't that
That's
the
good.
sweet?
I love
Isn't
that.
that sweet? So,
That is good. My goodness.
Love that.
So
No,
see-
I hadn't heard that one.
so we could do another one this year. We could have Jim George
For next year.
Yeah, I mean, I know you have a whole year to think
Yeah,
about it.
oh, yeah.
Although we probably record it like in June or July.
Yeah, has
Well, the
to
kids,
be in June.
my grandkids call me Grumpy Grampy, so it's.
Why?
they
You're not
do.
grumpy at all.
I look grumpy, you know.
You don't look grumpy.
No, you're so smiling and so
Tell them
fun.
they've inherited your looks. That'll get them
Oh,
going.
yeah, boy. Oh, they don't go bald.
That's what my
right?
grandfather used to say to me. If you think I look old, think of this. You got my looks. Now I probably look like him, right?
Well, in about 10 years, though, all the technology is going to change
Oh,
because
it's
you said your grandson is 3. By the time he gets to be 13, there's going to be things out there we can't even fathom right now.
He very seldom watches TV. He's like Galen's kids. Everything is on the computer or the iPad. Everything. He knows how to get in and out of software, how to get in and out of Netflix or Hulu and all that stuff. I mean,
3
it just
years
boggles
old.
the mind
Wow.
how quick he is.
Yeah, really. That's
when
amazing.
I text, I hit, let's say I want to text the word help, and I go H, E, L, and then I go to P, but P is close to I, and I hit I, then I have to go. Well, they don't ever remove their finger from the screen. The finger never gets removed. They go,
Wow.
Yes.
I've never seen anything
I don't know
like
how
it.
they
And
do it, yeah.
they'll type a whole complete paragraph in less time than I can type the word help. And by the way, CES sent me an email, Consumer Electronics Show, of the 5 things to look for January the 9th in Vegas for the Consumer Electronics Show.
Oh, wow.
And one of them was a little device that you put on your belt, and it's really just a real loud speaker, and also has a sound alert. Sound alert's one of those little small things you hardly can't see, but it squeals so loud. It's unbelievable how loud it squeals.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
it ties to your cell phone by Bluetooth wirelessly. And so if you're in a panic situation, you don't need to call 911. If someone's approaching you, you just touch this thing, and it goes off.
Oh, wow.
And it also goes off with your cell phone. That's why it's attached to your cell phone, and it calls 911. And then it stays on so that you can listen. Everybody can listen to if a guy's holding you up or whatever.
Yeah.
$89, no monthly fee. You own it.
Oh.
Wow.
There's good ideas all the
A
time.
person that worked in a dark area had to leave at night or something like that, and was always fearful about alleyways.
Right.
That'd be a great little
Yeah.
thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, my
That
yeah.
sound alert would drive you crazy.
Yeah. Jim, have a good Christmas.
Oh, thank you.
for
You guys
all you
too.
do for all of us. I know you and Robin were talking about something your church is doing to help out a family.
Yeah, we found a young lady. She's 26 years old. She has 5 kids, and she's pregnant. She's just gotten a divorce from her husband. She's all alone, and she's living in a single-wide mobile home with 5 other people. They have no dresser, no TV. All they have is a stove, one bath, and they're all sleeping on the floor. So we went out and got them all sleeping bags, and
Wow.
and church raised a couple of $100, actually about $700, and we're going to make sure all the kids and the adults have a good Christmas this year, including food.
Wow. That's
But
amazing.
they really need a place to stay. If there's someone knows a place for rent, we have a family of 5.
What should they do? Call you?
Call me, call the show, 854-9795.
Yeah, and if you call us, we'll be sure to get in touch with Jim.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Merry Christmas
thank
to
you.
you and your wife and to everybody in your family.
Thank you. You guys have a great Christmas also.
Lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Sleigh ride with you. Sleigh ride with you. Sleigh ride with you. Sleigh ride with you. Here
Here is your 30-second news brief. U.S. Marshals arrested a 20-year-old fugitive at a hotel in Ocala yesterday. Florida lawmakers are considering raising the legal smoking age from 18 to 21. The College of Central Florida has agreed to keep the Newton A. Perry Aquatic Center open for 2 more years. President Trump is nominating a Tampa lawyer for a federal judge's post, and Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in Orlando has posted a photo comparing their Donald Trump to the likeness at Disney's Hall of Presidents. There is no contest. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our